pull out their app and be showing it to a group of friends at a table, whereas before, still, even in this day and age, a lot of dating was done sort of behind closed doors.
C'est difficile quand même d'aborder quelqu'un comme ça dans la rue qu'on n'a jamais vu.
Le premier pas? Non, certainement pas.
On ne sait jamais ce que la personne va penser et c'est difficile. Ouais.
No matter how obscure your interests or how remote your location geographically, online dating services and dating apps have made it more likely than ever before that you can easily find someone that you'll connect with. They have completely changed the landscape of dating.
In some ways, they sort of demystify a lot of the chase part of trying to find a suitable partner, even if it's just for a one-night stand. But on the other hand, they do open up this whole world of possibilities of people you would have never otherwise come across, you know, if you weren't in that bar at that time.
In the digital era, platforms like Tinder and other online dating sites have certainly seen us commodifying sex. We are using menus to find like-minded partners. We're interacting and meeting up with people in a different way.
That means a date. Not like just going around with the crowd. Just me and the girl.
How do you choose a date? Whose company would you enjoy?
No fats, no femmes, no Asians.
Oh, hell no.
Queen, please. Really? What?
One of the moves that we've seen really recently is one towards transparency and greater authenticity. So showing the world who you are, including your gender or your sexuality, your relationship style. And this is evident in all the options that you now have on mainstream platforms, for instance, like Facebook.
A lot of us are more open about discussing our sex lives. There's more access to education. But then some would maybe argue that we're perhaps oversharing a little bit as well and becoming too reliant on technology.
I think what some of these apps and products are doing is they're sort of slowly chipping away at that sort of cultural prudishness that we have about sex and presenting it in a way that's more accessible to a wider range of people. I do think this is part of a broader cultural shift for people to be more accepting of perhaps more adventurous sexual practices, which I think is typified by the 50 Shades of Grey effect, where we're seeing high street retailers and supermarkets starting to stock things like bondage gear.
One of the things that we've also started to see is that this kind of normalisation and branching out to adopt new sexual behaviours and reflect new preferences, that this is, I guess, both leading and reflecting a trend towards more fluid relationship and sexuality preferences. Up until now, most of the conversations around tech and fidelity have centred around things like porn, whether you watch it, whether you don't, whether you've got a Skype lover or whatever it might be. But we're moving into this period in which the creation of teledildonics and usable devices that you can wear across long distances and still connect, it's going to raise a lot of questions about what fidelity actually means. If you strap yourself up to something and you're making out with someone across the other end of the world, does that still constitute cheating? And how will we negotiate these new technologically advanced boundaries? I think we're going to be really challenged